Life has always been something we understood as separate from machines. One grows, one is built. But today, the boundary between biology and machinery is becoming increasingly blurred. Scientists are growing living muscle fibers that can power tiny robots, mapping neurons on microchips that can learn like circuits, and creating mini-organs from stem cells in laboratories. These are not science fiction. They are experiments happening now, and they force us to ask, what does it mean for something to be alive? Scientists are now building machines in a fundamentally new way, with living materials. Tiny robots powered by living muscle fibers can flex and crawl, responding to electrical pulses much like a natural organism. Neurons grown in labs can form networks on microchips, learning to react to stimuli in ways that mimic simple brains. Meanwhile, stem cells are being coaxed to grow into miniature organs, livers, hearts, and kidneys, for research and medical testing. These technologies show that machinery doesn't have to be purely mechanical, and life doesn't have to be purely biological. The line between the two is becoming thinner with every experiment. Imagine machines that don't just move, but adapt and respond like living creatures. Researchers at Harvard and the University of Tokyo have created tiny biohybrid robots, using living muscle tissue to power their movement. Some can crawl, swim, or even lift tiny objects, all without traditional motors. At the same time, scientists are also exploring hybrid systems where neurons control mechanical limbs, essentially giving robots a form of artificial reflex. These creations are more than mechanical devices. They're partially alive. And as we build them, we're forced to ask profound questions. If a machine contains living tissue, is it still just a machine? And if it learns or adapts like an organism, what does that mean for our definitions of life? As machines integrate more biological material, humans integrate more artificial components. Neural implants can restore lost senses, like cochlear implants for hearing, or experimental devices that allow people to control prosthetic limbs with thought alone. Exoskeletons can give strength to those who have lost mobility, letting them walk, lift, or even run again. And some advanced prosthetics now include sensory feedback, giving a sense of touch or pressure. As we integrate these technologies into ourselves, we are no longer purely biological. The human body becomes part machine, and the choices we make will shape what it means to be human. Will these enhancements be a matter of survival, or a path we freely choose? Every step forward in bioengineering forces us to confront profound questions. When a robot contains living cells, can it be considered alive? If a person carries mechanical organs, neural implants, or prosthetic limbs with sensory feedback, are they still fully human? And as machines learn, adapt, and even replicate, who holds responsibility for their actions? These are not abstract dilemmas. They are being explored in labs and ethics boards today. The line between life and machine, between human and enhanced human, is shifting. Perhaps the most important question is not where that line lies, but whether it matters at all in a world where biology and technology are inseparable. Bioengineering doesn't just change what we can build. It changes what we are willing to call alive, and what we are willing to call ourselves. Machines infused with life, humans enhanced with technology, these are no longer distant possibilities. They exist today in labs and clinics, quietly reshaping our understanding of biology, identity, and responsibility. As we continue to merge the living with the mechanical, we are challenged to reconsider the meaning of life itself. The future of bioengineering is not just a story of innovation. It is a story of who we are becoming. What does it mean to be alive in a world where machines can grow and adapt like living organisms? And if humans become part machine, how will we define ourselves? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe now for more insights.